All right, welcome into episode 3 of Burn After Listening podcast. Joined here with a couple of my co-hosts. Whit, how you doing?
Doing good. It's a good weekend. It's getting a little warmer out here, so starting to get into a little bit of tennis, trying to get my stroke game up.
Hell yeah. Hopefully your girl's getting her stroke game up too, am I right?
There we go. Absolutely.
Oh my
Cake
God.
Boss, how we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm just eating Chipotle right now. And
Yeah,
sorry if you hear me chewing really loud. I chew with my mouth open. But I just lost my first softball game, so I'm trying not to kill myself.
yeah, no worries. I actually saw you I saw you eating the Chipotle on camera and I was like, that's kind of crazy to be doing while we're doing this. But either way, Smokey, how you doing?
Dude, butter me like a lobster and fuck me like a porn star or rock star, trying to skirt off in this fast car like NASCAR. I'm doing great, man. Living the dream up here.
Dude, that was some pretty good flow. I did not expect that from you. Fuck yeah.
I can't say it's my own, but it might as well be at this point.
All right. Hell yeah, there we go. Got a full agenda this week. First thing I wanted to touch on, did you guys see that Leipsic's girl just tweeted a photo of him giving her head? Like literally right now.
I did see that.
No, but like,
I just saw that.
You know where I could locate this hypothetically?
It's in the group. It's in the group. It's in the group.
Oh wow.
That has to be, and he's on like suspension too. Can't even comment. Has to be one of the most rock star things I've seen. And I'm in a snap group with this kid, and I got a photo one night of him eating her ass.
No shot.
Dude, 100%. And then he was like a photo, and he goes, oh man, like thinking about how the Leafs are probably gonna be a first round exit and break my heart again. Just dude wasn't even focused on the task at hand. Just a big Leafs fan.
I'm looking at this. Is that 69 position?
Yeah,
It looks like she's sitting on a bunk bed, and he's
yeah,
like,
what the hell's going on there?
It looks like he just put like a wig in between his two like meaty legs.
He looks like he's doing a handstand.
Yeah,
The top of his head's by her knees.
he might just be like holding her up in the air, which would be crazy, right?
Maybe. Well, no, he's facing the floor. Maybe she's holding his legs up and he's got his feet up in the air.
Hold on, you think he's facing the floor? I think it almost looks like he's like standing up, right? And the legs are behind him. Like,
yeah, those are his butt cheeks, and she's giving him head from like behind and shit.
it almost looks like he's sitting in a chair, and she's like standing on the arms of the chair facing him.
yeah, that's the angle that I'm seeing too. Interesting. That's
regardless.
Regardless. Yeah, regardless. I mean, dude,
outlandish. But not, like, are we here for this? Are we a pro tweeting getting head podcast? This,
dude, 100%. Well, I think he's giving her head. No,
is he the one giving the head? Is he the head?
Because the caption is eating pussy from down below, so he's got.
That's probably the only thing you can eat from upside down.
I mean, well, what about pineapple upside down cake? It has upside down in the name.
But are you upside down when you eat it, or is the food upside down?
I mean, every time I've eaten it, I've been upside down.
I don't know then.
Is this a picture of him or of her?
Yeah, that's definitely his head. I know that hair anywhere. I know Leipsic's hair anywhere, and that is Leipzig's head.
Some good lettuce.
Yeah,
that's his
decent
bush.
lettuce.
Maybe that's her bush, but
It could be.
I hope this doesn't get deleted and everyone.
we don't know that's a head.
Yeah, I mean, I screenshot it in case it gets deleted. I'm not that I'm gonna like repost it or anything, but like just for content purposes, you know.
And as Yehermi was kind enough to point out, the door is still open in whatever room they're in. There's a door just ajar in the frame of the photo. So maybe the intricacies of what was going on kind of eluded them in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, but that is a crazy move to have the door open. But also, does that not look like kind of like a closet door?
It does.
He could have came out of the closet.
I think it could be a closet door.
I wonder if, maybe he's coming out of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope no one beats off to that picture. And speaking of beating off, did you guys see
a little too late for that?
Did you guys see a couple months ago that wrestler that like every time before he performed, he just like watched a bunch of porn and just got really, really hard and boosted his testosterone?
I did not see that, but I did see this was a year or so ago. The second Tyson Fury, or maybe it was the third, one of the Tyson Fury fights. I forget which one, but there was an interview of him saying that he jerked off like 8 times a day to keep his test up during fight camp, and I was more impressed than anything. I told my boys like I can't place money, I can't place a wager on against somebody who's jerking off 8 times a day because I feel like that's sneaky harder than training for boxing.
That's impressive.
Right. I mean, so he does that, and he's considered a professional athlete at the top of his craft, and I do it, and I'm considered to have a problem. I don't really know where that line is, but I would like to kind of figure that out.
That's
Cake,
what
where do
Ronda
you
Rousey
think,
does.
Cake, where's the
Really?
line with the JOs where it becomes a problem versus where you're just getting yourself going?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like from a normal standpoint, when it starts impacting your personal life, but just for shits and gigs, I would say when nothing else is coming out.
Depends what you're
So when
watching.
you're, it's kind of like a personal call. Like when you start shooting blanks, you might be
Yeah.
having
Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, take a break.
How long's your break? Like, what's your reboot time look like?
Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah, like you personally.
I mean, it's been some time since I've done it like that. I'd say a lot longer now than it used to be. I don't know, 30 minutes.
That's not bad. Is that just jerking off, or is that sex too?
Both. Sorry, I'm chewing.
No, yeah,
I
going,
know you're
man.
mucking that bowl.
Yeah.
Speaking of cum, did you guys see that Potbelly served me a cum sandwich today?
No
I saw
way.
that.
You got to
They're
come.
still around.
Yeah, they are still. Oh, I thought you meant cum sandwiches. Well, because cum sandwiches are definitely still.
Those are
around.
never going out of style.
Yeah,
I had 3 yesterday.
dude. Well, nice. Dude. I got it from Potbelly, and I went and picked up. I did an online order. It was my first time doing an online order. Usually, I just kind of go in, but I didn't want to wait in line today. And I got the normal sandwich that I get, which people were giving me shit for it being like too dry. Not every sub has to be soaking wet. It has like chicken, onions, and avocado on it. That's it, because I'm extremely healthy. My body's in top form, and it's a temple. My body's literally a temple. And I open the sandwich when I get back to my desk, and I look on it, and there's a huge glob of cum. And I tweeted at Potbelly, and then I tweeted at support because I took a bite of it, and it was definitely fucking cum. And they didn't respond or do anything.
Did they sell those? Did they just give you the wrong order? Was it like, did you accidentally order like a semen submarine, or
No, they
I
grabbed
mean,
the
it was my
wrong.
first-
It comes
Yeah,
in like the squirt bottles, like the.
is that what it's called? Or is it just a condiment? That's a good name for like a cum sandwich.
Please move away from your mic.
Yeah, dude, you were so close to your mic today.
Me?
On my,
Yeah.
yes, please, you, Cake, bro. Like, I love hearing from you. Makes my day, but it's hysterical hearing cum sandwich screamed into my ears.
Well, I meant to do that actually.
Cum does have a pretty distinct like taste and smell. I wouldn't know because I'm not like queer or nothing, but like it
Right.
tastes like like cum like definitely tastes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I took the bite, and it was like salty. It did not taste good. Just that one spot where it was. The other half of the sandwich was fine. So I don't know where Potbelly gets off thinking they can serve me that. And to your point, Cake Boss, I actually was my first time ordering online, so I could have ordered a semen submarine. That could have been the case.
Is that what that's called, or what's some other good names for those?
Semen. I don't even know.
All right, let's just move on.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think semen sandwich doesn't roll off the tongue. Like, do we have anything else that we could cook up real quick that could be a better name?
Not off the top of my head.
Dude. Like a Cuban sandwich, like Cuban.
Ooh, if you could just replace cum with an already existing word. Interesting. I mean, while we're on the bread and sandwich debate, You guys just want to get into that moldy bread thing?
Oh yeah, so break us down for that burner. Break it down for the boys because
Yeah.
I was a little late to the party here. Not sure what that whole clip is about.
Yeah, no. So it came from a Barstool podcast, $1 million worth of game, no free ads. But one of the guys got a piece of bread out of like a loaf that he bought. One piece had mold on it, and he threw it out and left the rest of the loaf. And the question was, if that happens to you, are you throwing the whole loaf out, or are you just throwing away the moldy piece and eating the rest? Whit, what do you think?
I'm saying this right here, right now. I see one speck of mold and I'm throwing the entire thing away. I do not fuck with that. It makes me gag thinking about it.
I am the exact same way. It doesn't matter like how little is left, how much is left. It could be on like the absolute far end, and I could be coming from the other end. The second I see it, I'm done. It's out in the trash.
Absolutely.
You two are fucking 10-ply soft, bro. Like you know how expensive bread is, bro? It's getting up there. And if one little speck of mold makes you so nauseous, then you throw the whole thing away. Isn't there some expression about, one little thing and throwing it all away? I don't know. It's eluding me right now.
I think it's a Taylor Swift song.
Something like that. But
yeah,
just bananas behavior if you're throwing out the whole thing because one piece has bread on it, bro.
Take, boss.
I'm way different than you two because even if the bread has mold on it, I'm just taking my thumb and pushing that piece through, and I'm still eating it. I'm not kidding. Like I will actually eat that.
You're a cut around the mold kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm like scrape the brown stuff off the banana and still eat it.
You'll eat the actual slice that has the mold on it?
If I rip it off, like I'm not gonna just eat mold if I see it. I'll eat it on accident. And, nothing happens. Like I could eat dirt and I'll be fine.
Dude, that's just like you're just eating like bacteria. Like it's not supposed to be like that. That's like bread's defense mechanism of telling you when it's like bad. It's like, hey, don't eat me anymore. And you're just
I don't know. It runs in the family. Like I could eat anything and be fine. Like
how does that run in your family?
I don't know. My dad's the same way. He'll just eat moldy stuff too. Like
growing
up, he's like, "No, it's fine." Like,
I'm curious. In what scenario are you watching your dad eat moldy things?
Just like growing up, like my mom's like, "Oh, throw that out." Like he's like, "No, it's fine. Like I'll eat it," and like he'll eat it once it goes bad. Like he doesn't care. Like we could just like eat anything.
So what? Where's the line? Like expired milk, yogurt, or are like dairy, or is there like?
I don't fuck with dairy.
No,
actually.
Dairy. If you're doing
dairy's off the line. Like if it's like bread, like I don't care. Like dairy and fruit, I don't really like eating when it goes bad. But like meat or bread.
What meat?
Yeah, dude. You just cook it more.
Wait. You said when the meat goes bad, just cook it more?
Sometimes, I guess. I don't know.
But that's what you just said. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, if I have leftovers in the fridge and they're like a week old, then like it smells not great. Like, just toss it back in the microwave and.
Are you talking about chicken that you like leave in your fridge for too long?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Are you talking about a package of ground beef that starts to smell and then you're like, all right, it's starting to smell, now I'm just going to cook it and it's going to be fine?
Both.
That's insane.
I know.
That is insane. And you were complaining about your Chipotle bowl being a little too spicy, like right before we started.
I was just making an observation. Just like, oh, this bread's moldy. Gotta push some of it off.
That's insane.
Yeah, well.
So like,
I guess I'm just built different.
Where's your limit? Where's your limit? Like
I'm saying, dairy and fruit are no goes.
No, so meat. Meat. Your limit with
meat, like the limit would be. I mean, I don't think I would eat meat if there was like visible mold on it. But I'm saying like once it like goes bad and you can tell, like it smells not great, like I'd still probably eat it until I see something on it. But bread, I would rip the mold off. Like you could do that. Like just
I
eat
think
around
that
it.
plays. I think that definitely plays.
Like I wouldn't actually eat legit mold.
I think you would.
I think
No, I think I would rip it off like I just said.
I think that's the problem. I think once you get one, I bet, in my opinion, you get one speck of mold in there. That mold is spreading around.
And also, you know how when people get older, they start to care less. What's going to happen? You don't care now. What's going to happen to you when you're like 70? What are you going to be doing then? Is my question.
I don't know.
Is he gonna live to 70?
I can't. Yeah, I don't even know.
Moldy bread.
Yeah, you're on borrowed
Maybe
time.
he's just consuming mold.
You think you're still going to be jerking it when you turn 70?
Probably.
I think so too.
They're probably gonna have some
Yeah.
crazy technology out by then. Some hands.
Yeah, you don't even have to do it. You just insert it
Yeah.
Insert it where?
into the machine.
The way AI is going these days, who knows?
Yeah, it just does it for you.
Yeah, dude. Chat GPT 6 is actually like this sex robot with huge cans. It's going to be nuts.
Chat GP tits.
One day you'll just be able to think about it and you'll just do it and there'll be no mess. And you're just like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
But I feel like the mess is kind of the fun part.
I'm waiting for the automatic semen collection update. Like that, I feel like that because just like cum in general is just such a mess. It's so ass.
Yeah.
It's like such a pain in the ass.
They got to make like a Roomba that goes around and takes care of that.
Kumba.
Yep.
Oh my god, bro, that's way too funny. Oh man.
Have you guys ever been to IKEA before? I want to get your opinions before I say what I have to say.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've been to IKEA.
What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's outright. It's kind of a pain in the ass putting all that stuff together, but don't have too many strong opinions about it. Why? What you got going on?
Like, well, I meant more like the physical store. Your opinions on the physical store, not like assembly of something you buy.
Oh, I don't know if I've been to like a physical store. I might have just bought stuff online.
Oh.
I like the physical store, but I don't really like when they yell at me for using the toilets in the middle of the store because apparently there's no water in them. And you can't really sleep in their beds. They're not as comfortable as like the real ones.
I've heard that. I've actually heard that.
Like it would be better if you could just make yourself at home, but like they don't like that.
Isn't that their motto too? Like, make yourself at home?
I don't know, but that would be good if it was.
This is
And
exactly
if it is that, then they're full of shit.
exactly what the liberals want to take away from us. All
Exactly.
shitting in furniture stores and sleeping there.
Like, how do I know if I want this if I can't test it out?
If my cheeks, like show me the money, like show me the cheeks on your toilet before I put my money where my mouth is.
I'm actually not allowed in a couple anymore.
Don't they just ban you from all of them?
I mean, it's hard for them to keep up with it, though.
That makes sense. You are a lot of places at once.
Yeah.
But the reason
I'm all over the place.
The reason I brought it up is because I fucking hate IKEA.
Oh boy.
I went in there last weekend to look for a part of a birthday present. I was buying my buddy like a Moscow mule kit, and I needed like a little lemon or lime juice or whatever it is. I went to 3 different stores. I went to IKEA, extremely hungover from the night before, on a time crunch, and the place was a fucking maze. And I knew it was going to be that going in, but like once you're inside, no one helps you either. I was like, do you know where this is? Do you know where this is? And like those people might not have been employees. They looked a little young, whatever. I was going up asking people where to go. No one knew where to go. It took me so long to finally find some chick that took me to where they were supposed to be, and then they were out. And at that point, I was already in there for 25 minutes. Then I'm leaving, kind of like speed walking because I'm so pissed off. And some lady goes, yeah, you look like you're in a hurry. And it was an employee. I was like, where have you been this whole fucking time? And I just got even more pissed off. And then so right when I was leaving up on the front counter, I saw like a little refrigerator that has like the Cokes and stuff in it. And I took a vitamin water and left and didn't pay for it. And I will never go back to fucking IKEA or buy anything from there again. This podcast is not brought to you by IKEA.
This is an anti-IKEA podcast.
It absolutely is.
That actually brings up a great question, Burner. Do you guys have any beefs with restaurants or chains or anything of that nature? Any beefs at all? Because I know Burner just talked about that, just completely just pulled up my beefs from the recesses of my mind. Wit, do you have any beefs with any companies, anything at all, really?
Um, Applebee's kind of gets me going sometimes. I mean, I like their like dollar Long Island iced teas, but everything's made in a microwave, so I can't really trust it.
Got you. No beef with anybody though? No like ongoing battles with any restaurants or chains or literally, quite literally anything.
None that I can think of. I kind of pick and choose my battles. I kind of dial it back when I'm going out there, but maybe I'll get into some fights online on Twitter about it. But what do you got?
Cake. Well, before I go, what do you got, Cake?
I got a lot.
Oh, okay. This is what I want to
Um,
hear. Who are you beefing with? Who's beefing with Cake?
it's not so much like the actual company. It's like, let's say, just this individual ones near me. First of all, the McDonald's by my house, they stink. They only hire meth heads. I've been boycotting them for 4 years. The Dunkin' Donuts by my house, also awful.
How is it awful? Dunkin's everywhere are a national treasure.
I know, but like I ordered like a bagel, egg, sausage, and cheese or whatever, and they gave me like a sourdough piece of bread, and they smushed a tomato on it and just squirted like avocado sauce on it and wrapped it up in like a ball. And I opened it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I don't like them. Let's see. I mean, I like the gas station by my house, but I got in a fight with them this weekend.
Mike.
Huh?
You got it back from your mic.
All right. You know, if you guys keep making fun of me, I won't talk.
No, because I want to hear about your beefs.
That's about it off the top of my head.
If you think of any more, like please just shout it out, bro. Because mine's with the Massachusetts RMV. I was tweeting about it nonstop.
What is it? What is it?
The Massachusetts RMV,
What's that?
the Registry of Motor Vehicles, or the
Oh,
DMV, or
okay.
whatever it
DMV.
is.
Yeah. Go ahead.
DMV, well, RMV, DMV, Celtics and six. Like I don't know what it's called, but uh, RMV, DMV, PNV. That's I don't know what it is, but it was like an ongoing war for a new horizontal license, and I didn't get it for 2 months, and it was a battle. I was on the phone on hold for an hour, probably 8 times, just to have people make fun of me and be no help. And it's actually how I got my account suspended for the first time, was tweeting at the RMV that they were worthless pieces of S and that I hope they all died. And I was like, I would be on the phone, motherfucking people like out in the middle of a courtyard at university at school. I would be like, "You motherfuckers! You told me I got my license. I've been on hold for 2 fucking months. You piece of shit!" And like, "Sir, calm down. Sir, calm down, bro." It was I'm getting angry just talking about it. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I
it
can
was a
attest to
war.
that. I've had some battles with the Massachusetts RMV myself, and quite frankly, I think that the employees there should be honored more than actual Army veterans because they must go through hell every
Wait,
single day.
no, don't defend them. They should all be lined up and shot, and they should be with Tom Hanks and Hillary Clinton for crimes against humanity in Guantanamo Bay with the rest of like the QAnon people. Like they
All
should
these
be
people,
lined up and shot.
they deal with the craziest people you've ever seen in your life. You go into an RMV, it's like the zoo.
Bro,
You don't
they
know these
wouldn't
people
have
even
they
exist
didn't
where
have
they live.
they didn't okay, fair. They have to deal with a bunch of creatures, but they wouldn't have to deal with creatures if they had somewhat brain cells and they weren't called up from the dregs of society to help me get a new license so I didn't have to use a fucking piece of paper for 3 months to get into the bar. Like it
I
was
would be
it
on
was
life support. I would be an inch away from blowing
uh,
my head off
I
every day after
was.
work.
I was. It it even caused a strain on my family relationships with, like, you know how like your dad, we all have, like our dads, like sometimes we're very similar to our dads, and like when an issue comes up, you'll be pissed off, and then your dad can tell you're pissed off, and then he's pissed off, and then you just get pissed off at each other, even though there's nothing happening between the two of you. That happened for two
Yeah.
months. Of it would just be my dad being pissed, and then me being pissed, and then me finally saying, "Dad, like, we're getting pissed at each other. Let's not talk for a little bit and just hope to God that the Massachusetts R&B figures it out. They did, but I've never been at like I've never felt like I've been like effed in my A before until like this year, really.
Dude, the DMV fucking sucks. It does. I will. Okay, not to defend them because I know you're pretty pissed, but like dealing with a bunch of people from Massachusetts in a confined space, like, dude, come on, that takes a toll. Like,
Facts.
they're gonna, yeah,
might
it's
be the
gonna be
worst.
tough on the employees, and they're gonna lose some shit here and there. And it just so happened that you had to be the one they lost something for.
Yeah, it is what it is. I you know, I'm not carrying any of that shit to my grave, bro. I let it all go. Just only thing, if I do die, just bury me with a backwoods and a lighter just so I could spark.
You got it. We'll take care of that.
Thank you.
One other
Thank
thing I wanted to give a little touch to here. Did you
Uncle
guys see Hasbullah hit that cat?
No.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I fucking hate Hasbullah.
I hate Hasbullah too, but I also think
What?
he was just kind of like, I mean, he was just kind of like hitting it a little bit. He's so small. Like, what is he actually doing to the cat? Not that like I'm for beating animals, but like, and I hate the dude too. But in his defense, like, come on, what was he really doing to the cat?
He does that everywhere he goes. You watch all these podcasts. He's always just like fighting everybody. He doesn't speak English. I heard he's like really religious too. Like he won't even like take pictures with women or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he's just overhyped.
That's badass.
That video came out. I'm pulling it up right now. McGregor had the funniest response to it.
Dude, I think I just took a screenshot of that too. Cake Boss, you got someone Hasbullah?
I like Hasbullah.
Why?
Yeah,
Why do you like
I'm
he's
the cake
funny.
boss here, bro.
I just think he's funny.
Why?
Like,
What? He doesn't do anything. He's just small. You're just laughing at him because he's small. You think he has a small penis too?
no, I
Dude,
think he's
like
got a
sneaky,
fucking
nah.
third leg.
Like sneaky,
Well, like a
he's got
third leg
hog.
for him could literally, dude, be like a couple pens, like rubber band together.
Well, what if
Wait, is he not a penis?
He's
himself?
not using it though. He's like he hates women.
well, he's Muslim,
line.
so he it's no alcohol, and I think the women. I'm not familiar. I'm not going to speak and offend people. Lord knows our listeners are a bunch of snowflakes, but I the women and the alcohol are two weird things. But like sneaky, what would happen if that disease like that he has that makes him a 19, 20-year-old trapped in a like toddler's body essentially? What if that affected everywhere but his schlong? Like what if he was just had like a normal sized dong?
Dude, a lot of midgets or small people, whatever, tiny people, they have normal sized penises because like some of their body grows and some of it doesn't. That's why they always look fat, because like they have the normal fat percentage of like an adult male when like they don't have like the body for it. So like I bet a lot
Wouldn't they have a chode then?
Their heads are actually bigger than a normal person's head. Normal.
are they really?
Yeah.
Wait, like the penis head or the regular head?
their regular head.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Little people kind of look like those hammerhead sharks. Is that bad to say?
McGregor tweeted, "I'd love to boot that little gimp Hasbullah over a goalpost. How much to get him on the volley?"
Yeah, I don't.
I just retweeted it.
I think I think he's just. It's just a crazy, crazy story that he's like royalty, but he has this disease, and that he's just did his thing, and he just became viral. Do we know when he became viral? I want to hear like I need an ESPN 30 for 30 on.
Is he friends with Habib or something?
Now he is.
I think that happened after.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think that was.
Because they're both like Russian.
I thought that's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
he got famous. I don't know.
I'm not a.
I think he got famous just like him and that other little dude were beefing, and they actually hate each other in real life. And so like
They
people were
beef,
like,
yeah.
oh, like midgets fighting, like it's hilarious. And then like he just turned out to be a huge beauty in some people's eyes, but I don't see it.
Did you know that you could like hire midgets to like fight at parties?
You can certainly hire them.
I looked it up like my first year of college because I was like, we should like do that. And I was like, look, there's a place right here.
Like,
that
is this the wrestling?
Like they'll wrestle, they'll do like anything.
When I was in college, there's a service you could hire them to like be at a party and Not saying I was there or anything, but there was a party where they were it was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory themed, and they were dressed as Oompa Loompas.
Oh.
So they'll do anything. They're about it too. They love that stuff. They love the party.
When I lived in Tampa for 2 years, there's a like district of Tampa called Ybor City. It's the historic district, and it used to be a bunch of like factories and shit, and now it's just a bunch of clubs. And there was a couple clubs that this one called Show Bar. Show Bar had midgets that would like be up and dancing and doing shit. And then I think when I went home, one of my girlfriends put on her story that one of the midgets had been arrested for like sexual assault or something like that. So I just maybe midgets in general just like trouble, or are midgets actually not trouble? It's kind of a generalization.
They can get away with anything.
I think
Think about it too.
midgets in general are just like they move the needle, like they're just eyes on me, like they like.
Yeah. And I mean too, like think about it though, but they've got like the testosterone of a full person in that little body, so like they're gonna be hornier. Like that's a non-negotiable. Like they are going to be horny. You have to know that when you hire them, they will be horny.
The distribution of the horniness, they don't have the whole frame to put it over.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like a negative stereotype, but I feel like they're always mad. I've never seen like a happy midget. You know, like they're always like pissed off.
Dude, how
like
do
kicking people in the
attend at that ass
shins.
level all the time? You'd be
Oh
pissed
yeah.
too.
Dude, yeah. If you knew somebody could just put the heel of their boot into your dome,
Dude, I'd kind of like it. You could like, you know, eat at restaurants free, like you know the ones that are
Yeah.
like kids under 9.
Dude, Leipsic could, if Leipsic
like
was,
if you go skiing, like at those places, it's like kids ski free. Like
if Leipsic was a midget too, it'd probably make it way easier for him to eat pussy because like that looked like a weird angle. But if he was smaller, it might not have been that weird. No?
you don't have to like get all twisted like that. You just got to stand on your toes a little bit.
All right. On that note, should we just do the burn of the week thing next week? I didn't really like advertise at the beginning.
I'm down for whatever, bro. Whatever you're feeling, you know. I just hope all the people back home are having good vibes on their way to work, whatever you're doing.
Fuck it. All right, we'll read it. We'll read it really quick. I'll go fast. All right, so we're reading Burn of the Week this week on the pod. It'll be released like super late tonight, Tuesday, when you're listening to this. But Burner to watch is going to be at FatJew53, which is Leipsic's girl. Honorable mention number 5 is JBucks161. Number 4 is going to be Randrew. 3 is going to be God Tardo. 2 is going to be Kevin James. 1 is going to be Zen Pouches with a Z. And then the top 5 is going to be Jew Soros. 4 is going to be Henry Wallace. 3, Malty Walty. 2, Chet. And number 1 is going to be Atticus, who has just been on an absolute fucking tear lately.
Goated recently.
Nuts. But all right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Love you guys.